Hi and welcome to a new episode of Acrafterstale podcast. My name is Nina and I'm coming to you from the south of Sweden. Today is a really gloomy, windy day here. It's raining outside, maybe you can hear it. It's a little bit dark, but hopefully it's good. I try to make it a little bit cozy and autumnal in here. So I lit my lanterns, and so yeah, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm drinking tea, my herbal tea from this beautiful mug that my sister made for me. She's a potterer, makes these beautiful mugs and blades and bowls, but different things. You should check her out if you like this. She does make a lot of things with gold, like these moons and suns as well, and yeah, really beautiful things. And I'm drinking a herbal blend that my mom made. My mom is always sending herbal teas she's making herself. I'm always drinking herbal tea, all year round, basically, in summer, in winter, even more, in autumn. Yeah, I'm a big tea drinker, and yeah, I'm trying to cut back on coffee during the pregnancy, so yeah, here I am with my herbal tea. Yeah, welcome to all old viewers and welcome to all new viewers. This is a knitting podcast mainly, but I'm also talking about other crafts like sewing, spinning, some crocheting sometimes. So yeah, but in winter time it's mainly spinning. It's the main thing. So yeah, let's dive right in. And what I am wearing, because that is also my first finished object for this episode, and it's the Sonetto sweater. I made a tee out of it. I started it this summer when we went to Germany to visit the family there. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit out of breath sometimes, because the baby is kicking up into my lungs, and it's a little bit hard sometimes to breathe deep. So when I talk much, I'm a little bit out of breath sometimes. Yeah, but so the Sonetto sweater by Yamagara, I think it's the designer, on Instagram, and yeah, I really love this. It's so light. I knitted it in one strand of Thrifted, and I talked about it not in the previous episode because that was about my yarn, but the episode before, that it was such a difference to knit this cardigan or this sweater in one strand and to knit the cardigan for my sister in another colorway of Thrifted. Because that was not fun. It broke all the time. It was really thin. And for this, it was really not a big problem. Yeah, sometimes the yarn broke, but not so much that I thought it wasn't fun. So I think it was really fun knit. And yeah, I really enjoyed these wrapped stitches on the yoke, and I made it a little bit cropped. I can show you, because I didn't want it to, I really like cropped garments. I don't have so many. My tulip sweater, I also knitted in Thrifted, and it's cropped, and I use it. It's my most worn sweater, I think, because I'm wearing a lot of skirts and dresses, and it's perfect when they are cropped, and it looks doesn't look nice when the sweater is too long. So I thought the next garments I knit, I will make them all cropped. So I have some cropped versions of sweaters as well in my wardrobe. So I'm really happy how this turned out. And I decided to make short sleeves as well, because right now I'm really warm when I'm inside. I can't have long sleeve sweaters almost, because it's, yeah, I get too warm because I have a little oven inside of me. And yes, right now I'm wearing a thin woolen dress underneath that I thrifted in a secondhand shop last year, and I haven't worn it a lot because I don't like the cleavage it gives. So it's perfect to wear over this, and I think it looks really nice with this brown, the light blue turquoise with the brown. So yes, I'm really happy, and it's so light. I didn't weigh it, but I think I didn't use much more than maybe, yeah, 100 grams of yarn, so really not much. I think it had 2 blades of 200 grams of this colorway, and I still have 1 left, so yeah, about 100 grams I would say. That took. Yeah, so happy about this. I have worn it since I blocked it a couple of days ago. I've not taken it off almost. So yeah, that was the Sonetto sweater in Nutiden. And that was my first finished object, and the second one is actually 2, but they're the same, basically. And these are these 2 little gnomes. This one, and then this one. And yeah, I grew up with these kind of gnomes. These are called Zwerge. It's a special kind of gnome. I made them from this cute little book. And the woman who wrote that book, she said that she saw these gnomes in her garden, and they have all the special colors. So there are descriptions of what different gnomes have for clothing. For example, the birch gnome, and the calendula gnome, and the house gnome, and yeah, the blueberry gnome. And yes, lots of different gnomes, and you can look what kind of color of the head, and the sweater, and the face, and the beard. And I didn't stick to it as much as I so much, because I didn't have all the colors. I think this one is quite similar to this. I tried anyway, but I knitted these from stash yarn, so I just went through my fingering, my 4-ply yarns, and looked what I had, and just made something up. And the beards are made with silk mohair yarn. And yeah, I this is a little bit of a Waldorf thing, I think, because I went to Waldorf school all my life in Germany and then in Sweden, and these have kind of always been around on when there were like a Advent market or autumn fall market. There were always someone who made these little gnomes, and yeah, gnomes have always have a big part of my life, because yeah, all the, not just gnomes, but all the these, how do you call them, spirits, these nature spirits, because my dad told us stories about them when we were small, and lots of books that we had as children were about gnomes and fairies, and I love the Irish and Scottish and folk tales about the small folk and small people, and yeah, I really love to make small gnomes. These are not my first ones. I made a couple of ones many years back, but yeah, I thought I would make some for Saga, and she was really excited. She asked me every day when they would be finished, when she saw the book, because I had the book and my knitting, and she was really intrigued, and yeah, she really likes to play with them. And they're sitting on the window sill with my pumpkins and some autumn leaves, but she's taking them down sometimes and playing with them. So that's really fun, and it's really fun to knit them. They have some plywood in the feet so they can stand as well, and you knit the hat, and the sweater and the trousers in pieces, and then the arms and the hat. And yeah, it was really fun to make them. I don't know if there is any pattern out there in English. I can look it up. Maybe there's a YouTube on YouTube something how to make them if you want, or if the book is available in English. I don't know actually. I can look it up if you want to make some gnomes as well. So yes, these are my second finished object, and that was everything I finished this episode. But I have a lot of works in progresses and plans that I want to start as soon as possible for autumn. And yeah, I made this painted this inspiration picture a couple of weeks ago of what I would like to my autumn wardrobe to look like. And I have the red rusty skirt I have already. I made it last year, and I wanted some garments that fit with it. So one of the things I really want to cast on, should we take plans now? Yeah, maybe that's better. And then I will go on to works in progress after. But I have this beautiful yarn by Järbo. It's a Swedish wool, and I have enough skeins so it would be enough for a cable sweater. And yeah, so I have taken a look on Ravelry already on cabled sweaters, and I found a couple of patterns that I like, but I haven't decided yet which one I want to make. But yeah, really just simple cable sweater, and I wanted to make it cropped as well, so I can wear it to my skirt, that it looks ends here like this one. And yeah, so that is a cast on that is coming soon, but I wanted to finish some other knits first before I start a big project again. And then I also want to really sew a new dress in a darker color, because I have a lot of colorful dresses. I have a green dress that I made, and yeah, so I'm thinking of sewing a black dress, and Lucas said we would like that if I had a black dress. And first I was like, I don't know, black is not really my color, but a good thing with black that you can combine it with every other color, and I have a lot of colorful sweaters, and sometimes I have a hard time to find something I could wear with it because it's too colorful, and right now I'm in a phase that I want everything a little bit toned down. So yeah, I'm shifting between black or maybe beige. That could also be a possibility, or light brown or something. I don't know really. What do you think? I can't decide if I think black is too, yeah, just black. I don't know. I'm not wearing black that often, but maybe it would look really, really beautiful. I've seen Sonetto is one of my big inspirations when it comes to dresses, and it looks really beautiful when they have these black long dresses, and I would like to have a really long, with a collar, long sleeves, and yeah, maybe it would look nice. Maybe I just should go outside my comfort zone and try it. Yeah, because I think it would look really nice with a white sweater, or yeah, any kind of sweater. So maybe I will think about it. So these are some, yeah, yeah, and one thing I forgot, I found this really, really beautiful vest at a thrift store in this summer. It was so funny. Now I haven't it with me. It's upstairs. I think I will put in a picture of me wearing it here. And it's a wool, 100% wool vest from Germany. And yeah, when I asked, there was no price tag, so when I asked what it cost, I thought it would be quite expensive because it was really, really good quality, and she said 50, and I kind of, I don't know, something happened, and I thought she meant 500, and I said like 500, and she said no, 50. And then she said it in English as well because she thought I couldn't understand her in Swedish, because I was so confused, because I thought, but she can't mean 50 crowns. That's nothing. That's really nothing. And no, she said, no, it's 50 crowns. I thought, okay, I take it. I didn't even try it on because I just had a t-shirt, and I thought it was size medium, and I just bought it because for this kind of money. And then when I came home, I tried it on, and it fit perfectly. Right now I have bigger boobs as well because I'm expecting a baby, and they're a little bit bigger than normal. But I will be breastfeeding for a year or maybe even more, we'll see. And so I think it will, yeah, fit quite well. Right now I can't really have it because my belly is in the way, but it's really cute, and it would look so cute with, yeah, I painted a picture of it here. It's this beautiful forest green. Yeah, I will put in a picture that you can see how it looks. I think you have it to a like dirndl or something in Germany, I think, because it was from southern Germany, made in southern Germany, and it looks a little bit like this style. The buttons also, I don't like the buttons as much. I think I will change them, but otherwise it's, yeah, really beautiful. 100% wool, beautiful forest green, and I think it could look really beautiful with my red skirt. So when the baby is born in November, I can wear it again. I'm looking forward to that. I think I could wear it now, but I had to have the last 2 buttons open, and last time I wore it, I tried it on, my belly was not as big, but then already it looked a little bit strange when I had it on. So yeah, I think I will just wait, because right now I would probably be too tight, and I'm already out of breath sometimes, so a tight vest I think wouldn't be the best to wear right now, because I need all the air I can get. Yes, so that's the plan, my plans for the coming months. And so yeah, let's go on to works in progresses. And the first one is an old project that you already know if you follow this channel, and it's the Modern Juana cardigan by Wenke Rold. I knitted the Modern Juana. No, it's the Aftonsol cardigan sweater, and I knitted the Modern Juana cardigan last year. Yes. It's from the same designer, and I'm making the sweater for Lucas, but I am sticking it, so I'm knitting it around. And I cast it on, stitches here in the middle, so then I will stick it and make a cardigan out of it. And I had almost forgotten about this sweater, and then I watched the lovely podcast of Alex, the Ancestral Craft podcast, and she had knitted this sweater for her boyfriend. And then I got so much inspiration from this. When I saw the finished object, I have to finish it. And yeah, I'm always having it with me when I'm going somewhere with the bus or something, because it's only stuck in it for a really long bit. So it's perfect mindless knitting. I think it's the only mindless knitting I have right now, so that's perfect. I haven't come so far yet. I have knitted a few centimeters since I picked it up again from my knitting bag, and yes, I really wanted to finish this until Christmas so he can have it. And the plan when I started this project was that Lucas, would knit on it itself as well, that he would help me with the body. But that didn't happen. I think he knitted maybe 2 rows, and it was really uneven. You can, maybe you can see it here. And yeah, it's not, I think it will pluck out some, but yeah, I had to re-knit some rows because it was way too loose, and I said no, I'm doing this, it's okay. Yeah, so I took over, but then yeah, I think I was too slow, and summer came, spring came, and I lost all my knitting mojo when I became pregnant, because I didn't feel so well, and then summer was here, and then yeah, but now I'm happy, I'm back at it, and hopefully it will be finished to Christmas. That's the goal anyway. So that was the first work in progress. The second one I showed you in the last episode, if you watched the episode, and it's a shawl I'm making for Saga, and I'm knitting it in my own yarn, the Merino DK naturally dyed. And I made a shawl for Saga a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's the Saga shawl. If you're interested, it's a really simple crescent shape shawl with some bubbles, bubble edge. And yeah, now she has grown out of it. I want to have her. Want to make her a warmer scarf for winter. So this will maybe be a little bit too big. We'll see. Hopefully not. But yeah, it's okay. I want to really have her a really warm, big shawl that she can wear. And yeah, I'm making a brioche edge, and then I will probably knit some lace. Yeah, later on. I think I will knit a couple more centimeters, and then I will knit a lace section. So this is the Saga Shawl 2.0 and I'm thinking of knitting her a hat in the same style. So we'll see if I'm happy how this is turning out. Maybe I will make a pattern out of it. Maybe make it a free pattern again. Yeah. So that is that. It's really, I think knitting brioche in one color is really relaxing because you slip stitches and it's really comforting, I think, to knit. And if you never have knitted brioche before, I think starting with one colored brioche is really simple. It's much more simple than you could imagine. And I made one mistake when I cast it on. Maybe you can see that. It's a little bit, you can see there's one row here because I cast it on and then I don't know, has been such a long time I knit brioche, and I started to knit to purl the purl stitches, and I thought that in the next row I will knit the stitches, but it's not working like this if you knit like this, because if you start with the purl stitches and then you always purl and you always slip the knit stitches. And after a couple of rows I thought, no, I don't want to knit this entire edge with just purling and slipping all the knit stitches. That's stupid, because I like to knit stitches more than purling. So I knitted one row over all the stitches so I could start to slip the purl stitches instead, if that makes sense. And you can see it a little bit here, but yeah, I don't mind. There's a little edge in here. So yeah, that's that. But maybe we see when I block it, maybe it will plug out a little bit and you can't see it as much anymore. We'll see. So that's that. I'm knitting it on 4.5 millimeter needle, so it's a quite quick knit. Goes pretty fast. And Saga is really eager to have her shawl. She's always, when she sees me knitting on something, she's asking if that's for her. And I said no, it's the shawl. Yeah, I will continue soon. I'm always saying I think she's really eager to have it done, and hopefully she will wear it as well. That's another problem that could be she won't wear it, but fingers crossed. The next project is kind of a funny story, because I bought some yarn in a D-stash. We have a hashtag here in Sweden called Slaktastashen on Instagram, and it means like butcher your stash, and people can put up pictures of yarn they don't want anymore and use the hashtag Slaktastashen, and then you can go to that hashtag and find lots of yarns. And so it's a new day. As you can see, I changed outfit yesterday. I didn't realize that the camera stopped recording after a while, and then I had to get Saga from daycare, so I didn't have a chance to finish this episode, so I'm doing it today. Today the sun is shining, it's beautiful weather outside actually, so it's a little bit brighter in here. And yeah, and I'm wearing my vest actually that I told you about yesterday. Let me just show you. I had the last button I had to open, but I think it looks really beautiful with this red skirt. Yeah, it's last time I tried it on, I think my belly was higher up still, but the belly is when it gets near the birth, they, what do you call it? They go down a little bit deeper because the baby is going deeper. And so I actually could wear it, not the last button, that would be, if I stand up it's fine, but when I sit up I have to unbutton the last one, otherwise I can't breathe. But yes, and as I said yesterday, I don't really like the buttons. I think I will change them, maybe just simple wooden buttons. I think it would look nicer. And yeah, I feel like a hobbit today, a little bit, in this vest and my skirt. So yes, what were we talking about? I think I talked about the yarn I bought. Yeah. So the story behind this yarn that is that I wanted to buy some V-stash yarn for this little stuffed fox that I wanted to make for a baby, and I hadn't any red, foxy red yarns in my stash, so I went to Slakta Stashen, the D-stash hashtag, and looked there, and I found a picture with two skeins of yarn, one red and one green. They were both really beautiful, but I had no reason to buy the green one because I have enough yarn in my stash. So I bought the red one, and she sent it a couple of days later, and then it arrived here, and I unpacked it, and I was really looking forward to starting with this little fox. And then I opened the package, and there was the green skein. And I was really surprised. I thought, did I write her the wrong? Did I say something? Yeah, was it my fault, or was it just a mistake? And then yeah, she had sent the wrong skein of a mistake. And I wrote to her, and yeah, she was really sorry. And she said that she would send me the red skein, and that I could do what I liked with the green skein. And yeah, it looks like this. I will insert a little video here where you can see the colors a little bit better in the skein before I caked it up. It's a little bit hard to see. And it's so beautiful, I think. It's organic merino wool dyed by a Swedish indie dyer called Fröjd, or Kreativ Fröjd, I think, on Instagram. And it's so soft. The colorway is called Forest, and really fitting. And I decided I wanted to make something special out of it to honor this gift, because so I decided to cast on a little baby cardigan. And yeah, I was inspired by the color and the name of the colorway, so I added these little spruces. Yeah, and I think it looks really cute. I finished the body. I already started with the first sleeve, and I will knit the second sleeve, and then I will just make a raglan decrease, I think. Haven't figured that out yet, but I think it will come. I have not so much experience with designing baby clothing, but I think it will turn out really cute. First I did a couple of swatches, and at first I wasn't sure if the spruces would show enough, and they don't pop as much as I would like them, but I think it's really cute as well, that a little subtle. And I think because this yarn is a little variegated, it doesn't show as much as I could on a different yarn. So if you use a more solid color, I think it would show even more, but I think it looks really cute. And yes, so that's one project I have going on, and it goes really fast. I'm knitting this on 5mm needles. This is an iron weight yarn, so it's a really fast project. I think I knitted the sleeve in like half an hour yesterday, so maybe I will finish it today. We'll see, and then I can show you in the next episode. And yes, so thank you so much for gifting me this yarn. If you are watching, who sent me the yarn, I was really happy. And yes, so the last work in progress is also an oldie that I started more than a year ago, I think almost maybe 2 years, and it's these socks. This is a pattern by Sari Noblund, called the Melon socks, and I think I fell in love with them because of the beautiful cable, and the name remind me of Lord of the Rings. Melon it means friend in Elven language, I think. So yes, and then I always have this problem that I finish one sock and then I lose my. I have a really big second sock syndrome. So yes, and I found this in my stash the other day, and I thought I really have to finish them because they're so beautiful and the yarn is beautiful. It's the Mondim, from the Retrosaria Pomar. So yeah, I decided to cast on the second one, and I found my shorty Chaigu needles, and I thought I would give them a try. I've tried them once before and it didn't work for me, but I thought I would give them another try, and I knitted the cuff and the first few rows of the sock with these needles. And last night I started the cables and the wrapped stitches, and I was so stressed. I after a while I realized I sat like in a sofa like this and just was so stiff in my arms, in my neck, and I was so stressed out because of the needles, and it didn't work for me. So I changed to my DPNs, my good old DPNs, and it was so nice, so relaxing. And did a couple more rounds and was so, thank God that I changed. And I was a little disappointed in myself that I didn't stick to them, but I think I will try to knit a pair of socks, just vanilla socks without cables and slip stitches and wrap stitches, and because I really like to purl with these. Actually, that was really simple, but the wrap stitches was really difficult, I think, because I don't know, I think it's hard to get hold of them. I don't know, it takes ages for me to knit with them. And I have seen many podcasters using them. They said it's so nice and it goes so fast, and I thought, yeah, it would be nice because you don't have to change needle. But yeah, I grew up with my DPNs. I have knitted a couple of socks with magic loop, but not many. That's just my favorite way to knit socks. It's the fastest way, and yeah, the most relaxed way for me. But I think I will try it again with some vanilla socks to get, because when I started the cuff, I at first few rows was just no. I thought no, I can't do it, and then it was getting easier and easier because I got used to it, the feeling. But then when I started to braid the cables and the twisted stitches, no, it was too stressful. So yeah, now I'm enjoying it more, this knit, because if I would have continued with these, I think I would never have finished the socks. And now I'm enjoying it a little bit more, or I'm enjoying it more. So it was quite fun. It's quite a lot, as you can see. There's something happening almost every row, and it takes a while, and you have to look at the chart almost all the time. Sometimes there are 3 rows that's the same, and then you have to do something again. And yeah, it's an intriguing pattern, and I'm looking forward to finish them. Yes, because I want to have more socks for the winter, because I have a lot of socks, but all my socks have holes in them, and I really have to mend them. I'm not the greatest mender, fortunately. So yes. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was some knitting plans, because I bought this beautiful book with lots of beautiful children's patterns in it, and yeah, I will show you some that I think are really cute. For example, this one, and another one. I think it's really pretty, like this. So there are many patterns for a little bit older children, not as many baby knits, but it's perfect because I want to knit more for Saga, because now she is at an age there she's not growing as fast anymore. The first 3 years the children are growing so fast, and now he can hopefully wear a sweater when I knit it for like 1-2 years and not just a couple of months. And so yes, I think this little hat is also really cute, but I don't know how practical it is because the ears are sticking out, and she has really sensitive ears like I do. But she saw the picture, and she said that she wanted a hat like this, so maybe I just make her one maybe a little bit deeper so she can have it over her ears. And yeah, it's a really beautiful book, a Swedish author. The book is called Wintervarmt by Agnes Brandels. And yeah, really nice. And yeah, look at this sweater as well. It's so pretty with cables. Put a picture here somewhere. Yeah, this one. Really pretty. And yeah, I went through my stash and looked for yarns that I could use for baby knits and children knits, and I came back with this big bag of yarn. It's really heavy. Just let me show you real quick what I have here. I have these two beautiful skeins I got from my mom. It's the shelter. It's not really much, but I think it could be enough for a sweater. Because it has how many meters? 140 yards. Could be tight, but yeah. For a baby it will absolutely be enough to knit something out of it. And then I have this yarn. It's a drops yarn. Then I knitted a hat for Saga last year, but I have 3 skeins of this left, so I think it will knit her really cozy sweater, because this is alpaca and merino, so it's really soft, and it's a chained yarn. So yes, that will be a sweater for Saga. And then I have many skeins that I only have like a little bit of. I have this beautiful skein of hand spun yarn. This is a blue faced Leicester that I spun last year. It's really soft, and it's a 2-ply. I applied it, and I think that it could be perfect for a pair of baby pants. Yes, because I think this baby needs some more clothing. And then I have some bits and pieces of yarn, and that could go for a hat or boots, socks. And yes, I have this beautiful yarn from Yerbo. It's llama, I think, and it's 100% llama, baby llama, yeah, I think. And it's so soft. I knitted. This is sponsored yarn I got last year from Yerbo. I got this beautiful turquoise and a white and a purple. I think the purple I also have left somewhere. And I knitted myself headband with it last year in the white, and I'm wearing it all the time because I have, as I said, I have really sensitive ears, and I'm taking Saga to daycare with the bicycle, and the only thing that helps that my ears don't start hurting when it's windy outside is headbands. Hats don't work for me at all. I've knitted many hats before and tried many hats, but yeah, nothing is working because they glide up over my hair, and the wind is going in. So I made this really broad, headband last year, and it's working perfectly. And I think I want to knit more headbands. I'm more headband person than a head person, I think. So yes, so that I will do to knit lots of baby things and children things, because Saga's sweaters that I made her are getting really short at the sleeves, and I think I could make the sleeves longer at some of them, but yeah, not all. So it's time that she gets a new sweater, and I really want to knit more for the baby as well. But there's no stress. I can knit for the baby when it has arrived. I don't have to knit everything now before the baby comes. I will have lots of time when the baby's here to knit. So yes. And the next knitting plan that I am really looking forward to is I have planned now for 2 years to knit a really long, cozy cardigan. And yeah, it's a really big project because I want it to be really, really long, over my knees, like halfway down. And yeah, there were always so many other projects in a way, and I didn't find perfect pattern. So now I decided I will write my own pattern, and I will knit it in Thrifted yarn. So I ordered, because yeah, the in the last, not the shop update they had now, but the time before, they had this beautiful colorway called Wagon Hem, the way home, and I missed that shop update totally. And then the other day I went into their shop to just take a look, and I was thinking about ordering some spinning fiber, and then I saw that they had this colorway still in the shop from the last shop update. So I decided I give it a go now. I ordered the yarn and then I start knitting this cardigan finally, after 2 years of planning. And yeah, so I did. I ordered a bunch of this yarn, and it's really soft and beautiful. And I decided to knit it with 2 strands because I wanted it to be really relaxing, and I didn't want to knit another project in New Zealand with just 1 strand. And I think I will add in 1 strand of silk mohair as well, so it just gets even cozier. And I knitted 2 swatches, one with 5mm needles and one with 5.5 millimeters. But I think I will stick with the 5mm needles because I think the 5.5 is a little bit too loose. And yes, I'm planning already how I want to knit it. I think it will be a drop shoulder, top down cardigan, and yes, I'm really excited about that. And it's my alarm that I have to restart the camera, so we'll do it real quick. So yes, where were I mixed in some silk mohair as well, and yeah, I think it will be really, really cozy, and this cardigan. And I think that was all about knitting. So I want to talk about another exciting thing, and that is that I have decided to start a Patreon. And yeah, that's because I wanted to share more about my designing process and more about more tutorials and stuff about carving, spinning, knitting, all that stuff. So I thought, why not start a Patreon? And yeah, so if you choose to join me on Patreon, I have 3 different tiers there. The first one, you will get all my patterns that I have for a discounted price with 50% off, and I will put all the coming episodes there as well, so you can watch them ad free. And I will put up videos and tutorials and try to do it once a week. So that is for the first tier. And the second tier, you also get every time I release a new pattern, you get that for free for a certain amount of time. And before I release it, you get access to it for free. And yes, what more? I will share more about my designing process in detail, how I think, how I do it. So if you want to know, if you want to follow me on how I designed this cardigan, you can follow me on Patreon, because there I will put videos out on how I do it, how I think, and yeah. Here on the podcast I will only show some progress, but on Patreon I will go into details. And yes, that's this for the second tier. And for the last tier, you get one skein of natural dyed yarn a month, and you also get the chance to yeah, order a commission carved piece from me, either a nose pin or a loom or a spoon. Yeah, we can talk if you have any ideas. So yeah, so go and check it out. I have the link below, and I would be really happy if you joined me there, and we can have a little community there at Patreon. So yes, that was that I want to say. The last thing, let me check in my little book. I have written up everything I want to talk about. So don't forget anything. Where do I have it? Yeah. No, I think that was everything. I can tell you for patrons one more thing. I've already recorded some videos on how I wash wool, because I have in spring already I have ordered or bought 10 kilos of this beautiful Jämtlands wool, and I got it to a discounted price because it was spring wool and it's not the best quality. It's a little bit dirty and needs more work before I can send off to the spinning mill, because that is what I want to do when I have washed everything and yeah, I looked it through and get rid of all the dirt, and I go in more in depth at Patrons on how I wash my wool, what I want to do with it, and I'll also record a little spinning video where I show how I card the wool, how I spin the wool, and so on. So if you are interested in that, you can go to my Patreon. It's not up yet, but I will how do you say it? I will look through the videos and finish it over the weekend maybe. So yes, the last thing I wanted to show you is the little dragon, because it's finished now and I painted it, and I think I will put in a little video here before I show it to you, when I paint it, and then I will show you the finished dragon. So here we go. Enjoy. welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this little painting video. And so here he is. It's the little dragon. I hope it's focusing. As I said, I have never done anything like this before. So it was quite a big challenge, to be honest, because I didn't really know, because the customer that ordered the nostalgia pin, she only sent me this drawing that her mom had made, and it was not so detailed, and I took inspiration of the colors, but tried to give it more depth, because it's really hard to just look at a drawing and then know exactly how to paint. So I had to, as you could see on the video, I let it dry a couple of days when I had painted the first layer, but I really wanted to have more depth to it, so I added lots of details and shadows, and I think now it looks really cute. I tried to paint some scales on the dragon and the wings. I tried to make more alive, and yes, I think I'm quite happy how he turned out. And yes, that was really fun to make this little dragon. Uh, yeah, I would never have thought that I would carve a dragon someday, but yeah, I like to challenge myself, and that was really a challenge. I made the horns, as you could see in the last video, not the last episode, the last episode before that, I showed a video while I was carving this, and I put the horns in later, and yeah, that is the finished object. And I have to let it dry a couple more days, and then I have to carve away some paint that came outside the dragon, and then it's ready to be sent off to its owner, and I'm really excited for that. So yes, that's that. I think that was everything that I wanted to show you. I thought I would talk a little bit about spinning as well, but I think I will do that in the next episode, because otherwise this episode will become so long. I think I already talked over an hour, and yeah, so that will be for next time. I will try to record more regularly now before the baby's coming, because then I maybe take a little break, and we are moving as well after the baby is born. We thought of moving before the baby is born, but I think it's too stressful, so yeah, we are doing it after. We are moving. My sister and her partner own a house in Vimmerby, a villa, and we are moving in their second apartment above them over the winter, because in this little house we are living now, we have no opportunity to warm up the house with firewood, only with what do you call it? Yeah, with normal heating, and it will become really expensive over the winter. They're already warning about that it will become really expensive. So yeah, we don't yeah, we don't like this house so much as we thought. We want to live somewhere where we can, we can all the house that we can, yeah, warm up with firewood. That's more our vibe. Then we can have a bigger garden because this garden is really small, and we have already some maybe an opportunity for a bigger house on the countryside that we can move in spring. But over the winter months now we will stay at my sister, and that is really, I'm really looking forward to that because she's having her baby in December, and that will be really nice to be so close. And our little girls, because she has also a little girl that is the same age as Saga, we were pregnant together the second time around now, and they I think it will be really fun that they are so close to each other for a couple of months, and can have joy of each other. And my mom is coming over, um, she's coming in the beginning of November because she wants to be here for my birth and for my sister's birth as well. She will be here for about 2 months or so, and I'm really looking forward to that, to have my mom here for so long, because yeah, it has been hard to travel last 2 years, and we have not seen my parents as often as I would like. So yeah, I'm really really longing for having her here for so long, and we all live in the same house for a couple of months. Yes, and she will be helping us to move when she's here in early December, or yeah, and end of November, early December. We'll see how, when the baby arrives. The baby's due mid-November, but you never know with babies. And how I feel, how strong I am. I really want to give my body time to heal, and yeah, really treasure this postpartum time. It's really important, and an important time, and it's important to give the body rest. So I don't want to rush it, but we'll see. She will be here to help, and I'm really thankful for that, because otherwise it would be a little bit hard, I think. And yes, so that was that, a little bit about my life. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you like this podcast. I haven't always been so good in putting out episodes uh, every 2 weeks or even once a month, but I really want to get better, because I really enjoy talking to you and having, yeah, some feedback and having a conversation with you. And there are lots of things happening with my business and lots of ideas, so if you don't want to miss anything, then subscribe. That would make me really happy. So yeah, hope you're well. Happy knitting. Have a beautiful fall. And yeah, I see you soon.